Let's make something fun and easy you'll wear again and again, a painted t-shirt. Hi, I'm Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. Let's get started today with a oversized t-shirt that I got from Walmart. And we're just going to start at the neckline and we're going to cut it open. First from the front and then from the back. Don't do both at the same time. No, no. You want to make sure you do the front and then the back. And you can always make it bigger. Just cut off the collar. And once you try it on later on, you can see if you need more taken off. But I just stretch it a little bit and I ended up taking a little bit more off in the end. We're going to be doing some layering with some stenciling from Essential Stencil. That was a little scripture from 1 Corinthians 13, but we're not going to be using the whole thing. I'm taking a big glass cutting board from the Dollar Tree and I'm sticking it inside and I'm going to use these three colors here. I mixed a light turquoise with Amazement by Deco Art, and I didn't mix the other two colors, but one is by Folk Art and it's called Clay Pot. The other one is a metallic by Deco Art and it's copper. And what I'm doing here is I'm just going ahead and with my stencil brush from Essential Stencil, going over this scripture stencil uh, just here and there, just randomly, haphazardly, if you will, because I want it to have two different colors. I just want to see what that'll look like. I'm experimenting here with a little something different. I love layering, and I'm thinking that this will look really cool with a kind of an ombre look with the two different colors, if you will. Very similar colors, just different values. And the metallic is a little shimmery as well. I get down to the bottom and realize I needed a little extra something. So I stuck a Teflon pad in there so I could get down to the bottom. And once I get the first color on, I go in with the second color and I just pounce, pounce, pounce. I don't do the rubbing technique. I just pounce because these are paints. They're not creams and they will bleed if you don't get enough of it off of your brush. So I just take my time and I go in and pounce all the other words that haven't been colored in so far. And I always love this part at the end, the big reveal. Peel it back and you see what you have. So there's light and dark values, and I love that because what I'm going to put over it, you're going to see um, all the layering effect. I'm just going to dry it up quickly with my heat tool. And once that's done, I'm going to grab my script liner brush, teeniest, skinniest brush that Essential Stencil makes, 3/0 size. And with that pretty shade of aqua, I'm going to go in and start making some swirls. And you can practice on a piece of paper with a paintbrush or even with a marker if you want. But you just basically make these little swirls. And then from the side of the swirl, you make another swirl. And I go right on into the writing. I don't play around. I just cover up everything. And you will note that the fabric on this is very porous and it soaks the paint up. So you don't really see it very brightly at first. You might notice that it's not very stark and noticeable. But you'll see what I do to remedy that in a minute. I go down to the bottom. I create another little vine. Flourish is what I call it. It's just a little flourish. And you can make as many of these as you want. You can make them real long and real pronounced, or you can make them really tiny and like little tendrils. Just any way you like to do yours, you do you, boo. That's what I tell everybody all the time. Now I'm going to go in with my script liner brush and go ahead and give it another coat. And what this does is you can see the difference between the top and the bottom one, where it just pops more. And eventually I do give it a little bit more once I know it's really dry. So I'm going to dry it up here with my heat tool and we'll move on to the other portion of the project. Now that that's done, I'm going to show you how to make a little rosette. It's super simple. You make a little swirl in the middle. That's the center of your bud. And then we're going to make little petals. Don't be fussy. Don't overthink it. We're going to take the script liner brush and we're going to make like little petals, 3 of them. And then we're going to go into the middle of each petal and we're going to create another petal ending in the center of the next petal. So every petal is going to have another little petal over it. And you can do these petals straight. You can do them wiggly. I like them a little wiggly. I think they look cute like that. And you can make as many of these as you want. I'm going to make a little cluster of 3 and fill it in with some leaves. But you just start simply with that little swirl in the middle, make 3 little petals, and from there, go to the middle of your petals and create another petal, always ending in the middle of the adjoining petal, if that makes sense. Here we go again, a little swirl. See how easy that is? Make a few little petals. You can make a little bud if you want. It doesn't have to be very big. You can make them all different sizes. The sky's the limit, guys. And this is more of an abstract rose. It's not realism. So just have fun with it. Kind of a cartoonish look, if you will. And notice that when I go over the lines, it just brings that aqua color right out and makes it pop from that navy blue. I love that. I adore these 3 colors together, the 2 tones of the copper color and the aqua. I think it looks really pretty against the navy blue. But you can experiment with your own colors and come up with a combination that you absolutely love. Going down, finishing all the last part of the tendrils. And I do end up going back after the camera is off and adding some more of that script writing at the top of the shoulder up toward the neckline. I do that, and I also add some SS20 AB crystals to the shirt around the tendrils and around the roses just to give it a little bit of sparkle. Once that's done, I go ahead and use a color called Shale Green by Folk Art Terracotta brand. And I'm just making leaves. Simply think parentheses. Practice it on a piece of paper first. Just 2 little parentheses coming to a point. Fill it in. It's like coloring, you guys. It's like drawing and coloring. It's so easy. Make them big, make them small, make as many as you want or as few as you want. This is your shirt. Make it the couture you want. Now, I like to work in odd numbers, so there's a grouping of 3 roses here, and I just went crazy with the leaves, and I ended up with 7 leaves on there. I probably could have stopped at 5, but you know me, more is more. And once I saw the shale green, it's very pale, I decided it needed a little extra color, a little shading, so I went in with that burnt color, that burnt orange color, and I gave it a little bit of shading. Now, after 24 hours, when this is dry, I heat set it with an iron with parchment paper over the iron on dry heat on high. Here I take out the glass and look at how cute that turned out. I hope this inspired you to make your own t-shirt in whatever color suits you. Most of all, have fun.